Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks. And thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Once again, it has been some time since I conducted a broadcast here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. And for the folks keeping up and keeping track with the show, it is episode number 175 for everybody keeping up with the show. 175 marker we're already at here on the True Conservative Radio program. And the reason we continue to do these broadcasts is because there's actually people appreciating the commentary. Now, once again, it's been some time since I conducted a broadcast. These broadcasts are sporadic, so if you appreciate the programming and you want to be the first one here, I can see there's a lot of people already in the chat room. And by the way, we're not experimenting with any more of these chat room crap. We're actually going to go with the regular Blog Talk Radio supplied chat room and hope that we don't get hacked or, any kind of ridiculous script kiddie nonsense happens this time around. But anyway, folks, if you want to be a part of the live broadcast and you just want to be the first one to know, you need to follow me on Twitter. Now, I know this Twitter crap is everywhere. It's on cell phones. It's on iPads. It's on all this crap. But that's the quickest way to figure out when I'm going to conduct one of these live broadcasts. And, of course, the Twitter name to follow, folks, is Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores, Ghost Politics. And, of course, folks, bookmark the official True Conservative Radio website at blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Bookmark or, put it in your favorites, whatever the hell. Now, folks, first thing on the agenda, and I'm sure you're reading it as you read the description of the program, voter and term limit reform now. What the hell does that mean? Yeah. Voter and term limit reform now. What does that mean exactly? Well, it means exactly what it says. This is exactly what we need. I mean, if you take a look at America and take a good whiff of it, take a smell of it. I mean, it makes you want to throw up nasty chicken grease and corn oil and cream of wheat with 5-day-old cereal and stomach plasma. And let me tell you something, it's not a good feeling. You can't get that shit out of your gullet, for a while, and excuse my French, but I'm a little angry. I'm a little damn angry that this country is so vulnerable to internal collapse out of our own stupidity. That's what's so stupid. That's what's so frustrating about this whole scenario that's unfolding before our eyes. And it's unfortunate that the taxpayer and the youth are the ones left behind in this systematic transition to some sort of hybrid corporate socialist communist horse crap. Good God. Anyway, folks, you can get back to me. 646-652-4869 is the number to call in live. And, of course, if you want to shoot me some tweets, go ahead. I'm watching the Twitter site as well, Ghost Politics. Go ahead and send them that direction. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in live. Once again, we are trying the Blog Talk Radio chat room. So if there's any kind of funny business going on, my apologies once again. All we're trying to do is utilize the facilities that the Blog Talk Radio Network has given us. And then, they kind of want, us to pay for upgraded premium packages and all this other crap. Well, with all due respect, if you can make this goddamn chat room work worth the crap, maybe, just maybe, we'll come out the pocket for this little service. FYI, just letting you know. But voter and term limit reform, what exactly does this mean? Well, for all you folks that are true conservative radio fans, you know that I have been a staunch advocate for term limits for these bureaucrats that are in office today, that are representing you and me, that are spending our tax dollars like it's going out of style, that are putting in massive deficits and in turn giving that money to corporate socialists, to idiot cronies and all this other nonsense. I'm talking about term limits. I'm talking about term limits for these bureaucrats. There should be no excuse, absolutely no excuse, that some bureaucrat serves in office for 20, 30, 40 years. Just because some stupid constituency's dumb enough to vote for him. Just because he knows how to manipulate the right, greasy palms and, give the right smile. Meanwhile, he's given his constituency an anal raping with no Vaseline, without a common courtesy for a freaking reach around. Good God. I just can't believe this is happening to America, folks. Term limit reform. Let me tell you something. This should be the focal point on every politician's agenda at this point. Anybody that wants to run for public office, that should be the focal point of their campaign. The focal point of their campaign should be term limits. Strict term limits. We don't need some idiot senator for 40 years. Are you kidding me? Some old gas bag who's basically there giving crony points and pork barrel spending and all this other nonsense to idiots who donate to their campaign contribution accounts. It's horrifically sick. And I'm telling you, folks, we need to start talking about this, and we need to start talking about it now. Liberal media ain't going to tell you anything about it. Liberal media wants dictators, for heaven's sake. I mean, they want dictators. I mean, we already have, somewhat of an authoritarian-style regime in office today. I mean, we have car czars and marriage czars and all these czars, All these czars are in office, and these people that are czars, that are named czars to the president, these are executive chosen individuals that only answer to the president. They supersede Congress. They supersede Congress, for heaven's sake. Term limit reform, and let me tell you, the politicians or the statesmen or stateswomen that we elect and send to represent us as the people, they should do the constituency's will. All right? The liberals have made people believe that once you vote them into office, that they can become the intellectual communist proletariat, and they will dictate to you what they feel is the right thing to do, whether you like it or not. And if that means wiping their dirty, bacon-bit-ridden derriere with the Constitution, well, by God, they're going to do it. By God. Term limit reform. I can't underscore that anymore. We don't need these old, disgusting sociopaths that are in the office today giving us the big smile so they can get reelected. Meanwhile, they have sold us out completely. Within the past 30 years, just examine government. Within the past 30 years, 40 years, and it has been a systematic destruction of our country. A systematic destruction. Now, I guess some of it could be due to incompetency. Some of it could be due to corruption. But inevitably, folks, we as the American people have dropped the ball. We dropped the ball because we were politically complacent, economically complacent, socially complacent, and as a result, we are seeing the problems of those complacency ensuing before our very goddamn eyes. And I can't believe that no one can make these social observations in the mainstream media. No one, well, they do, but they package it up under the disguise of some political label so they can pigeonhole you in this ridiculous political spectrum that this pathetic scene in Washington has become. But inevitably, nobody is understanding what has gone on here. We're still playing games. I'm telling you, if you look at both sides of the aisle, all right, right wing or left wing or Republican or Democrat, American liberal or American conservative. It's all about my politician's wee-wee is bigger than your politician's wee-wee. That's all it's been. I mean, just listen to these morons. Just listen to them when they discuss politics. I mean, and I hate to keep reiterating this, but if we remember back in 2008, when this whole change mantra, oh, change, we're going to do a lot of change, that whole crap, they're putting up posters of Barack Obama looking like Mao Zedong and Vladimir Lenin shots and all this crap. And they were crying when the liberal regime took complete and total power of the executive and the congressional and all this crap. They said that everything was going to happen. Money was going to grow on trees, mortgages were going to fade away, there was going to be Cadillacs in every driveway and a chicken in every pot. And what the hell happened? Now you got these assholes, begging for bread lines. Huh? They're begging for bread lines out here. They're begging for extended unemployment. Can you believe how pathetic we've become as American people? We are begging for the pennies. Meanwhile, Wall Street has been given trillions of our tax-paying dollars to merge with the government. All right? GM has been given trillions of our dollars to merge with the government. The health insurance industry. Can we keep going on? This is corporate socialism, folks. Why don't you open up your eyes, for heaven's sake? And when I mean to open up your eyes, I'm not talking about everybody in America. People think that I want to free the people. I get a lot of emails from individuals who are like, you're a patriot, Ghost. You talk for the people. No, let me get something straight here, okay? I talk for the youth, and I talk for the American taxpayer. That's it. All right? I don't give a crap what happens to these assholes that collected our tax-paying dollars and didn't give a rat's ass about it. I don't give a crap. Okay, do you understand that? And let me tell you, if you have a job today, I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're flipping burgers. I don't care if you're cleaning enema bags for a living. All right, I don't care if you're cleaning up the leftover secretions at the 24-hour XXX peep show. All right, I don't care. What I'm saying is that we, the taxpayer, need to understand that we should have a higher level of authority here. A higher level of authority than the moochers of our damn tax-paying system. It's a disgrace. Anyway, as we can see here, I'm getting hacked. My chat room's getting hacked, folks. So if you see some disgusting, despicable garbage happening here in the chat room and under my name, once again, the chat room is getting hacked. Typical Blog Talk Radio. It's the whole reason why I don't bring up this chat room any longer. But inevitably, bear with the chat room, folks. All right, just bear with it. Okay, they're just going to hack and they're going to, make some, fruity ass innuendos under my name, and people are supposed to go, oh, LOLs. I'm doing it for the lulz. I'm doing it for the lulz. So hopefully you got your lulz and a barrel roll, and we can move on from there. All right. But anyway, I know I'm getting off keister here. But term limit reform, folks, I can't re-emphasize it. We need to start calling these idiots that are running for Congress and Senate, and we need to get them on the table as saying that they are for term limits. They are for reducing the authority of government. They are for these things that we need so we can preserve the integrity of America. I know that people think this is a big joke, but lest we forget that Greece was just under civil unrest, all right? Thailand was just under civil unrest, okay? We got Jamaica now under civil unrest. The border of Mexico under civil unrest. Now, why is all this happening? Because of the same situations that you're seeing here in America, but only on a minute scale, only on a smaller scale. They were rioting in Greece because they realized they weren't going to be able to collect entitlements for the rest of their lives. Retire at 45, work 5 hours a day and take 3-hour lunch breaks, and then be able to retire at 45 and collect government pensions and entitlements and all this crap from the Greek government, so they can soak in the sun and do whatever Greeks do out there in the Athens beach or whatever the crap. And when the government realized that it was just too much money, you can't do it. Why do you think nothing is made in Greece, folks? Look at your latest product. Is there anything made from Greece? No. Why? Because they're complacent assholes. All they care about is, oh, yeah, Maui, we're partying. It's basically what it is. And now they have to pay the piper. Now they realize that, they can't do this. It's just not economically feasible to allow a people just to lay around and be non-productive citizens to their civilization. That's what creates a civilization, folks, the participation of the populace within that civilization. They have to make some sort of a contribution so that they can continue the machinery of civilization. Otherwise, it'd be complete chaos. It'd be barbarianism. We're going back to primitive mindsets, for heaven's sake. It's disgusting, man. We're going to go back to primitive ways here if we're not careful. Now, how did we get here, first of all? How did we get to here? To a situation where we don't know what the future holds for our country. The amount of uncertainty should be eating at the stomachs of everyone in this world at this point, not just America. To be completely honest with you, if America goes, this is international disorder. International disorder. And this is not a joke, folks. I'm not trying to be a hyper-sensationalist here. Okay? I'm not trying to be a hyper-sensationalist. I don't want civil unrest. I don't want disorder, chaos. I don't want that. But you know why it's going to happen, folks? Because at some point we're going to have to call the piper here, and we're going to have to call it very soon. And one of three things, or a combination of three things, have to happen so that we can sustain the longevity of our economic system here in America. Now, because we are in dire straits and government spending is damn near over 90% of the gross domestic product of America, and most of that spending, is going to a bunch of corporate welfare and loser welfare, we need to make some major cuts, and on top of which, I think we need to go extended farther than that. We need to start getting some of this money back from these assholes. Maybe not from the losers, because you're not going to get nothing from them. They just need to be cut off, and, if they can't mend into social society, well, they need to be thrown in prison. All right, that's as far as I'm concerned. All right, we cut government spending. We cut all this nonsense. We'll have more money in people's pockets, more money for people to be entrepreneurs, more money for people to be innovators, more money. And I want to hear from you. What do you think? You think we should just have government all around? Is that it, huh? We should all just be holding hands and singing Kumbaya and feeling sorry for assholes who make no contribution to this country whatsoever other than turning perfectly good food into crap. We should just be supporting these people, giving them Cadillacs and, filet mignon, having them go into five-star restaurants and eat a la carte, huh? I live in a great neighborhood, for heaven's sake, and, it's starting to get infested with some of these people that are getting housing voucher programs and entitlements, and, they got 8 kids or whatever the case might be. And they're coming in and they're actually renting the homes of individuals that were fiscally irresponsible but don't want to get foreclosed on because they know the financial implications of being foreclosed, so to speak. These individuals are actually renting these establishments to individuals who are collecting large amounts of entitlements, because it's very easy, folks, to collect entitlements. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you how easy it is. Now, I remember very vividly back in episode number 117. Episode number 117, when I outlined how a single mother of 8 could receive up to $8,500 in government subsidy. Now, people thought, I was loco, I was going nuts. Well, I had to do a lot of research to do that, but now that we've evolved into a socialist society, you don't really have to do much research at all, folks. No, they got it all on a website right here. If you just want to be some pathetic loser, raping the taxpayer blind because you just don't want to make a contribution. You just want to kick back and play with your Packer shaft. Become a suspect on Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator because you don't know what the hell to do with your bored-ass, useless life. But you can go to usa.gov/citizens/benefits.shtml. All right, and I'm not going to say it again on the air, but here it is in the chat room. You can go to that website right there and get everything from free cell phones to free housing voucher programs to free food cards. I just don't even know what to say. You can get almost anything you want for free. The more loser you are in America, the more you get from that website. Do you understand that? It's a disgrace. And as you can see, I'm getting hacked again, folks. And you see, let me tell you something about it, all right? Let me tell you about something about all you assholes that are getting all this crap for free. Look at this show. This show is free for everybody to do. Anybody can do a show here on the Blog Talk Radio Network, all right? This show's, real easy. But look at this crap. I get hacked on this free chat room because it's free. You look at how crappy it is. It doesn't work right. All these assholes that want free health care, free this, free that. Look, this is what you get for free. You get substandard service if you get stuff for free. Look at this. I'm getting hacked on this chat room, and they're putting in all kinds of malarkey on the chat room here. But this is freedom right here. This is free, not freedom. This is free garbage. Just imagine everything you've ever gotten for free in life. It's been crap. Utter crap. And yet these people want to just sit back and say, I don't care if I get crap. As long as it's free and I don't have to pay for it, I don't care. I don't really care. I just want to keep going. Yeah, give me a break. Anyway, I know I'm going off keister once again. We're talking about term limit reform. Let's talk a little bit about voter reform for a second. I have insisted that we need definite voter reform. First of all, I don't think that anybody who collects an entitlement, anybody who collects any type of entitlement whatsoever should have the authority to vote. I think that voting rights should be exclusive to those that pay taxes. Or, if we don't want to go that extreme, those that don't take from the tax-paying system. It's that simple. You get to vote if you don't take from the tax-paying system, because why am I suggesting this? Because, look, if you've got politicians on one side or the other of the aisle claiming that they'll raise the food stamp handouts and raise the housing voucher handouts, and they're basically bribing the voter. By promising more tax dollars, these damn disgusting, despicable bureaucrats are bribing the voter. Do you understand that they're bribing the voter? This is unfair. This is disgusting. I cannot believe that these individuals that are out here that are collecting all the free crap think that they should have the same level of authority as those that pay taxes, as those that contribute to that tax-paying fund that they're raping with no Vaseline. We need voter reform, and we need it now. And the second thing, I think we need to lower the voting age. I mean, I think it's sick that we put 15-year-olds to work nowadays, all right, and they don't even get to vote. You know, we're putting them to work. They're paying taxes. You know, they're putting into the system out here, and they don't get to vote. I mean, isn't that some kind of unfair disadvantage to this poor youth that's getting raped of their future? I'm serious. I mean, I think that we need to lower the voting age, and we need to make sure that anybody who collects an entitlement, and that includes the assholes on Wall Street, that includes the idiots in the car industry, all right, that includes the health insurance industry, anybody affiliated with these industries, that includes bureaucrats that work for the government, they shouldn't get the right to vote. They have a financial incentive to see one side give them more financially than the other side. It's a disgrace. All right? It's an utter disgrace. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We're getting hacked again, folks, so if you see anybody, you know, saying anything under my name, you know, just disregard it. Just a bunch of dumbasses that, you know, obviously need some girlfriends. And by the way, guys that are doing this, I mean, you know, get a girl. You know, I know they're hard to come by because they're playing games now. I know that you got to have a little money, and obviously you don't have money, because if you did, you wouldn't be here jerking around with me, you know, playing games. You'd be out there making cash and getting a couple of bimbos in your shower stall working on your Johnson. But instead, you're sitting here, you're hacking chat rooms, you think that you're cool. I mean, it's just a disgrace. It's horrible. But this is the young out here. You know, this is the energy they're expending while their future is getting taken from them. This is what they're doing. This is unfortunate. It's just Hollywood, I blame. Hollywood, damn it! We're going to take some calls here. Voter reform and term limit reform. What do you think about it? 646-652-4869. We're going to take some calls here. 604, you're on the air.
Well, you know, I think about some good reform is that fucking milky liquor Bill Wagner finally got taken.
Yeah, shut your mouth, you stupid, dumb, fruity ass. Just sit there and shut up. 503, you're on the air.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about voter reform. I've got like a whole list of people I don't think should be allowed to vote, right? First of all, women. Second, niggers. Third, chicks and wetbacks.
Get them off! And you know these are young people, right, folks? I mean, you can tell by the lack of bass in their voice, because most of these, you know, young males, they're in single-parent families. You know, I mean, this is why you have prominent feminine vernacular and feminine, you know, physical features when you see these youths nowadays. I mean, nut up, man. Stop. You know, talk with some bass in your voice. Let your nuts hang for a little bit, huh? Like the old song goes, you may think you're stronger, but my nuts hang much longer. Much longer and longer, amen. Yeehaw! Anyway, we're going to keep going here. 646-652-4869. We're talking about voter reform and term limit reform. As you can see from some of the callers that we're getting, this is why we need voter reform. Do you see this crap? I mean, these people are proving my point, man. The taxpayers, the people of rational mind, we need to start looking at this and taking a serious look. I mean, I would rather see martial law than to see these freaking animals come in and try to pillage my crap because, you know, they want to do barrel rolls or they want to go out and, you know, continue to collect entitlements, and they can't believe that they can't just sit on their fat asses and, you know, just continue to eat off the taxpayer titty. It's just a disgrace. I'm telling you, I hate to say such an extremist sort of thing. All right, I mean, I hate to see it, but you know, these losers in America are jeopardizing life as we know it for those of us that did the right thing in life. You know, these losers are jeopardizing the integrity of our civilization, and then once this civilization goes, then what? Then what? Who the hell knows? 404, you're on the air.
Hey, my name is Charles. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
What's going on, Charles?
Nothing, man. I'm just getting ready for my class action lawsuit against the government when they can't pay me my Social Security. How about you?
Oh, yeah? You're going to get a class action lawsuit against the government on what? On what grounds?
The fact that they're stealing my money, nigger bitch titties.
Yeah, give me a break. What are you calling from, a CB? I mean, what are you, boss hog? Are you on the road or some crap? I mean, give me a goddamn break. Get him off! Do you hear this crap, folks? Is everybody hearing this? This is what I'm talking about. This is why we need voter reform. This is it right here. These people are voting. And what are they going to vote for? They're going to vote for whoever gives them a free entitlement so they can keep puffing on the magic dragon and keep going out and, going to the club and, rolling on dubs, all on the American tax-paying dime. Voter reform, folks. I can't emphasize it anymore. Voter freaking reform. You stupid freaking milky lickers. Voter reform. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. 000, you're on the air. Yeah, you're taking too long. 1111, you're on the air.
Hi, this is Thomas from Domino's Pizza. I'm calling to confirm your order for a large pepperoni.
From Domino's Pizza. You know what? Domino's sucks the chrome off of a 57 Chevy bumper. You know that?
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, it doesn't sound as nice as you. Let me tell you something. Put your mom on the phone. I want to talk to that broad.
Okay, hold on. Mom!
Put that broad on.
I think she's asleep right now.
Wake that bimbo up off her sleep. She's been up this late before. I'm telling you, she could suck the damn golf ball out of 18 feet of garden hose. Get that bimbo up. I want to tell her what type of fruity ass crap popped out of her damn uterus pipe. Wake her up.
Why do you like talking about sucking balls so much?
Wake up. Oh no, here now comes the fruity ass.
Oh, why are you talking about sucking balls so much? Let me see your toolbox.
Let's hear your voice. Let's hear some more of it. Let's hear your voice. Come on, boy. Yeah, that's what I thought. You better hang up. You better hang up, boy. Cut you down lower than a leprechaun's nutsack, and you want to know why you can't nut up? You want to know why you can't nut up? Because you didn't have a daddy. You didn't have a daddy. All you had was some stupid slutbag mom that had you because she saw somebody that looked good in a leather jacket and decided to hop on their Johnson. Good God. Give me a break. And then out came you, some leftover crap at the end of the nut. Give me a break. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. We're gonna take some more callers. 000, you're on the air.
Hello.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hello.
What's going on? You a tard or something?
You're a giant nigger faggot.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Get off! Do you hear this, folks? These are voters. These are voters here. And these are the people that are electing these ass clowns that are representing us and that are selling us out. These are voters. This is why we need voter reform, and we need it quick. And the taxpayers need to demand it. We need to go out there and demand this crap. And you want to know how we can enforce it? We've got everybody that's ever collected a goddamn entitlement on database file with our government. So all we got to do is look up these sons of bitches, and if they've ever collected a damn entitlement, they don't get the damn vote. It's that simple. Because look at this. You're hearing the riffraff of America, folks. I mean, these individuals who call me, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they're being paid by the liberal regime right now. I would not be surprised if they are working for the liberal regime right now because they're trying to deviate your conscience. I'm sitting here putting up substance after substance. I am yanking contradictions out of the closet. You know? Voter reform, folks. I'm telling you, the sooner the better. Voter freaking reform. Because these people are idiots. I mean, let's be frank. I mean, the American public sucks. All right? The American public sucks, and what's unfortunate is that we're stuck with these losers. We're stuck with them. So the only thing that we can do is the taxpayer, the remaining taxpayers that are out there, we need to gather together and make sure that we can become an authority that supersedes not only the losers in America that are collecting these entitlements, but these corporate socialists in Wall Street, these socialists in the car industry, these socialists in the health insurance industry. It's a necessity. It's a damn necessity, damn it. This has gone beyond, far beyond what I've ever believed would happen in this country. And once again, folks, I'm getting hacked, and, if you're seeing all kinds of ridiculous malarkey written under my name in the chat room, my apologies, folks. We got, some stupid milky lickers thinking they're cool out here, hacking the chat room, all this other nonsense. But we're going to continue going. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. 000, you're on the air. You there?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Nothing. All we need to do is get rid of the Army. America will be safe and financially secure then.
We get rid of the Army?
Yes.
Oh, yeah? Well, who's going to protect us out here in this,
We
anarchic...
don't need protecting. Canada's got our butts, man.
Canada? Are you kidding me? Canada?
Nope, not at all.
Oh, get this stupid Canadian bacon, Tom Green worshiping piece of Canadian bacon crap off! Canada's got our back. Oh yeah, that makes me feel so secure, huh? Just a little. I don't want to talk about Canada. I don't mean to talk about Canada. I shouldn't talk about Canada. The only reason I don't like Canada, folks, is I remember after 9/11, they had a hockey game, like a couple of days after 9/11, somewhere in Canada, right? And I think it was the New York Fly. I don't watch hockey. I think it's a stupid sport. But anyway, some United States team was over there in Canada playing a game, and they had to stand, and they respected the Canadian national anthem. And then when it was time to honor the American national anthem, the Canadians booed. The Canadians booed the American national anthems literally a couple of days after 9/11, and that's how disrespectful and disgusting I think that most Canadians are, with all due respect. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm sick of these Canadians. They come over here to America, and they're contradictions. They want to sit here and live in socialism in their pissing ground old stomping grounds, but then they want to come over here and play the capitalist game, and they can't have it both ways. You got Celine Dion, for instance. Some Canadian bacon piece of trash that bitch is. She's out here, claiming to be Miss Environmentalist, and I think I read in an article recently that this is a bimbo who uses thousands upon thousands of gallons to fill her pool up every other weekend or some crap. I don't know. I mean, give me a break. Good Lord. Anyway, sorry to the fans in Canada. I know I got fans in Canada that are conservatives, and I'll tell you, they're far and few between out there in Canada. That's why Canada's so damn complacent, for heaven's sake, because, these idiots are perfectly fine just kind of, sitting around, playing with their Peter Poppers, drinking beer and saying, oh, that was pretty good, eh? So, give me a break. 646-652-4869. Let me tell you something. The switchboards are lit up. They're lit up like a damn Christmas tree here, and we're going to start taking callers. 617, you there? Oh, excuse me, 422, you there?
Yeah, sure. Ghost?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
I love it when your dad fucks me in the ass.
Well, Jesus Christ. Do you hear this crap, folks? That sounded like a Woody Allen butt-loving pedophile from where I'm standing, and he's sitting over here, more homosexual innuendo to try to throw off people's consciousness so that we can't talk about the subject matters that are at hand here. This is blatant liberal agitation, and once again, I wouldn't be surprised if these people are being paid to do this. Voter reform now. You're hearing this right now, folks. You're hearing the people call in. This is America. These are the people that are voting in the liberal regime. These are the people that are doing this to America. Anyway, we're going to move on to another subject matter. I want to talk a little bit about the liberal media destruction of Rand Paul. Now, for you folks that have been listening in, you know that I haven't been one of the most favorable characters to the Tea Party movement, because I feel that it's just as disingenuous as some of the left-wing factions, or their left-wing counterparts, I should say. But the thing that I'm finding rather hilarious with this Rand Paul primary win in Kentucky is the fact right when Rand Paul won the Kentucky primary and, basically beat someone who was supposed to win by a landslide, it kind of solidified the teabaggers, at least in that part of the country, their grassroots campaign organization. And I think that legitimately scared the liberals. Now, what did they do? What did the liberals do? Well, they started character assassination of Rand Paul. That's what they did. And if anybody is, thinks I'm, talking out of my derriere or something, I strongly advise you to go and search some of these so-called clips that had already been out several months before this primary, and once he won the primary, all of a sudden, they pull out old clips where he's trying to, justify what should be, in his eyes, a lack, or what the government shouldn't do is enforce anything, the federal government's role in enforcing anything for some group. And, of course, he was relating that particular comment. I don't want to definitely paraphrase the man. I strongly advise you to go look it up for yourself. But it was about the civil rights movement. And this liberal media turned it around and made this guy a grand dragon. A grand dragon. I mean, they made this guy look like he was just missing his hood and a burning cross because he was trying to question the legal validity of the civil rights movement. Remember, he's a libertarian. You have to talk to these people in a way where you have to listen. That's how politics is. I don't like libertarians. I think they want communism in the end anyway. But the thing is that they're actually trying to talk politics. They're actually attempting to facilitate substance. But you see, that's way beyond the three-word attention span of the average American individual. And the American liberal state-run media knows that. And Rand Paul got character assassinated, in my opinion. I mean, that Rachel Maddow interview was a disgrace, what happened. I mean, here you got this, muff-diving piece of garbage, Rachel Maddow, besmirching or attempting to besmirch the integrity of Rand Paul, and, of course, trying to, light that burning cross that the liberal media is trying to paint on this character. And I think it's a disgrace. I think this is a vulgar display of power of the liberal media. I don't like the teabaggers. I think there's a lot of contradictions within that movement. But, the election, or not the election, but the primary win of Rand Paul in Kentucky proved that some of these teabaggers or these Tea Party members are actually taking this grassroots campaign serious. And they may hold, some sort of sway in the upcoming elections. But to completely bust the wind of the sail, you have this liberal media just character assassinating Rand Paul. I mean, I'm telling you, ask any African-American or black person. I don't like using African-American. African-American is a politically correct term invented by the liberals to be ethnically condescending. But I'm sure if you ask any black person about Rand Paul, they're going to say right off the bat, yeah, man, he's racist, baby. He's not down with Martin Luther the King, baby. He ain't down with Martin Luther the King, baby. He don't like civil rights, baby. Yeah. And you want to know why? Because the bottom line is our attention span in America is no more than 3 words. And what Rand Paul was doing, and I'm not trying to come to the defense of Rand Paul, but what he was trying to do was explain the legal ramifications of the Civil Rights Act as it pertains to federal enforcement of a protection of a specific group. And here we are, he's a race, he's a grand dragon. And let me tell you, I'm not trying to go to the side of the teabaggers here, but I think this is a disgrace. I think this is a vulgar display of power. I think that the teabaggers and everybody should be, just going out to the blogosphere, going out in the chat rooms, doing whatever it takes, forums, and exposing this crap, because this liberal media is proven itself state-run. And this Rand Paul situation proves it. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. 321, you're on the air.
Well, I was giving you the link to the people against building a mosque at Ground Zero. This is really disturbing me tremendously, and I'm sure millions of others. We don't believe that that mosque should be built near Ground Zero.
That is a very touchy subject matter. Did you post the link? What is it, a petition of some sort?
Yes, I just posted it in the everywhere I can. I had to, in order to wait and wait to speak to you, I had to get close down the site, so I don't even know the name of the site anymore. What's the name of your site so I can go find it?
My site is blogtalkradio.com/ghost.
Ghost, okay. Okay, with Skull?
Yeah, well,
okay.
It's a little avatar.
Okay.
But,
I could be in both places.
Yeah, send the link, throw it to everybody, because I think that's a serious subject matter, to be discussed, because it's a little bit sensitive for those that, had family members that are involved with that unfortunate incident that happened on 9/11. But thank you for calling, and once again, post that website here in the chat room, and I'm sure you have some people signing that petition. 487, you there?
Yo.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What do you feel about the Jews' responsibility for 9/11?
The Jews' responsibility for 9/11, and how do you figure that?
Because there was 4 Mossad agents arrested outside, and one of them said the pool's closed due to AIDS.
Oh,
what do you think about that, Ghost?
Give me a break. Hey, let me tell you, I read about that little crap that y'all did out here in Texas. That little pool closed due to AIDS. That was a disgrace, and that's disgusting. How do you sleep at night, son? How do you sleep at night, son? Of course, you better hang up. You better hang up. You have no integrity, for heaven's sake. Do you hear this, folks? This is America here. This is the American voter. Voter freaking reform. I can't emphasize it anymore. But anyway, we're talking about Rand Paul and the liberal media destruction of the man. And once again, I think it's a disgrace that right after he was, it wasn't but a few hours after the man gave his speech after he won the primary, when the liberal media started churning out these old clips of him, supposedly against the civil rights movement. It's a disgrace. Ugh. Unbelievable. 646-652-4869. 503, you there?
Yeah, Ghost, I've been a listener for a long time now, and I just have to say I'm really, really disappointed to hear you thrown in with the socialists.
Thrown in with a socialist? How am I a socialist?
Well, you were just saying that you were in support of a strong socialist military, weren't you?
I'm not supporting. What are you talking about, strong socialist military? Government expenditures on military is a necessity so that one can maintain the protection of property and the security of their civilization. What are you talking about?
Sounds exactly like what a socialist would say about welfare.
Welfare? Well, why don't you make the argument then? Why don't you make the argument? Instead of being an agitator, make the argument then.
What argument is there to make? It's very clearly a socialist military.
Hey, here we go. You're not coming up with your point. The difference between
from people who
let me tell you something. The difference between the military and welfare people is that the military protects our civilization. What do people on welfare do besides mooch? Besides turn perfectly good food into shit? Besides rape the earth of natural resources just because they want to make no contribution? Well, answer that.
What the hell does the military do for us? Absolutely fucking nothing.
The military protects our homeland, son.
Security? No, they don't. They just go kill brown people.
Oh, gee. What are you, ripping off George Carlin material now, huh? Oh, yeah, we're going to bomb brown people. I mean, give me a break, kid. You see, this is what's unfortunate. You don't have any original thought, man. You have no original thought. You have to come up with your own original ideas. The reason that you're thinking this is because you've been implanted with this, probably via your parent.
Your highly original idea is that these people who are funded with stolen money are somehow protecting us from an invisible, non-existent threat?
Invisible, non-existent threat. I mean, haven't you seen the attempted bombings on our homeland, and at the same time, the attempt at trying to have these rogue countries dominate the world like they were once did in World War II?
Let me ask you a question, Ghost. If there were a Chinese embassy that was opening up down the street from your house, how would you feel about it?
Well, I wouldn't be very happy about it.
No, might you attack them? Might you advocate or agitate for the invasion of China?
I'm not advocating for the invasion of China, but let me tell you, I believe
they also don't have an embassy in your house, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we've got these bases.
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying, you stupid milky liquor. All right? All you're doing is talking in circles, typical liberal agitation here. I mean, I'm asking you, and I gave you the floor. I said, why don't you make your side, give your perspective? I told you, why don't you justify how it's okay for individuals to go out and just to be complete moochers of a civilization that gave them the opportunity to be kings, and all they want to do is be peasants. It's just a disgrace. I can't believe that you're going to sit here and make the comparison of our troops that go out and protect our civilization, which has created civil society throughout the international community. I mean, we have done more for the international community than any country in world history. And now, unfortunately, we're getting the shaft because you people, with all due respect, the majority of you people just want to sit back and, live this ridiculous European cosmopolitan socialist life that didn't work for Europe. And you think that it's going to work for America? Why? You think that the American taxpayer is going to continue to act complacent when you're raping their tax-paying dollars? No, absolutely not. So let me tell you something. I know that the liberal regime depends on you disgusting people. You people that just want to, make absolutely no contribution. I know this, all right? I know this. That's why I'm advocating that we need voter freaking reform. We need voter reform, and we need it now. Individuals that are going to sit here and collect welfare and claim to have any kind of integrity shouldn't. All right? I mean, do you understand that it doesn't take much to live in America? I mean, do you understand that you can get a 39-cent taco at a fast food joint? Do you understand that, if you don't have enough money to suffice your own dwelling, you can live in a damn motel for a couple of weeks, get on your feet, save your money, be fiscally responsible, and start stacking your chips. But no, you don't want to do that. You don't want to work hard at all. You don't want to do anything. Oh, you just want to sit back and play PlayStation 2 and all these little video games and, listening to liberal and feminist Hollywood garbage. Jesus Christ. I can't believe this crap. I can't believe America. I can't believe it. And then we've got the liberal regime showing its vulgar display of power. Vulgar display of power by character assassination of Rand Paul. I think it's a disgrace. And like I said, folks, I'm no buddy of the Tea Party. Believe me, they've had a lot of bad things to say about me. But I have to say that, they proved their grassroots campaigning when having this Rand Paul character win the Senate primary for the Republican Party out there. They proved that they'll come out. But right away, after he made his speech from winning the primary, you had the liberal regime trying to assassinate his character. Trying to, put him in the same category as a David Duke or some crap. Good Lord. You might, I mean, the liberal regime might as well put him next to Hitler because they were trying to make him seem like some racist, disgusting heathen that even the Republicans are trying to say, hey, Ron, why don't you stop talking for a little bit, huh? I know this is freedom. I know you're running for Senate, but stop talking. Yeah, the Republicans are actually telling him to stop flapping his yapper. Which that's what politicians should be doing. Give me a break. Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. Let's take a few callers here, see if we can get some serious people on the horn here. 541, you there?
Hey, Ghost.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I just want to do a request and dedication. Can you play Miley Cyrus, Fly on the Wall?
Yeah. Why don't you do a barrel roll on your mommy's fanny, all right? 435, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost, this is TC.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to make a comment about how you started out with senator term limits.
Yeah.
And
just term limits in general. Term limits in general for all politicians.
I think that we have a lot of people that have been too long and need to retire. We need some new blood.
I think we need new blood as often as possible because this way, individuals who have short term limits have to come through with what they have stipulated in their campaigns. They won't have enough time to sit here and try to win another election. They're going to have to prove their worth. If not, they're just going to be gone down in history as the asshole who got into office and screwed everything up that the last guy had created. I mean, I think it actually puts politicians on their toes. I mean, there should be no reason we should have 40-year senators and 40 or 50-year congressmen. It's a disgrace.
I mean, you look at how long Harry Reid's been in, and our inspector, and Nancy Pelosi. Too long.
Absolutely. And, the Democrats didn't even come out for old Arlen Specter. He even turned coat. He turned coat, and, the Democrats didn't even want to come out for him. You see, that just goes to show you how disrespectful and disgusting these, liberals really are, Hello?
I'm still here.
Yeah, I mean, they're pathetic. Well, anyway, you got yourself a blog yet there, Thunder?
No.
You haven't got. You should get one. You should go out there and spread the word. Go out there and get a blog about it. Don't forget to link up to True Conservative Radio, though. But believe me, people will listen. People are listening. We need to spread the word out here, Thunder. We can't let this liberal regime kick us in the ass anymore.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing that, so don't worry.
All right. Well, hey, man, I want to thank you very much for calling, Thunder. We know that you're an avid listener to the program, and we appreciate your patronage, man. 503, you're on the air.
I'm tired. I'm just so tired of it all. It's just everybody needs to get off their ass and just start working. And if you don't want to, just get out of our country. Stop taking a handout. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired.
Yeah, well, I hear you on that. Is everything all right over there? Yeah, well, he hung up on that note. Okay, well, I appreciate the kind words. I'm tired of it, too. I mean, you may want to check that throat problem out. I mean, I'm not trying to be, an asshole or anything, but that sounds pretty bad. 709, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's going on, man?
Not much, man. How you doing?
No, not much. What do you think? What's going on? You got any thoughts?
Well, yeah, about your the comment about Canada with 9/11 and stuff. I, being Canadian myself, living in Canada, I think it was kind of ignorant on your half to say that because why I say that is I'm from Newfoundland. When that happened, everyone came to Newfoundland to all the airports. We let them in our homes. We didn't know them. And yet you go on saying that you fucking hate Canada and stuff. So all I gotta say is, for all Canadians, is sucker cocks.
Oh, yeah, great intellectual contribution to human enlightenment, and lo and behold, he hangs up.
I just want to say, for all of Canada, suck a beep.
I mean, give me a break, all right, you Canadian bacon trash. Go shove a moose antler up your ass, all right? You fruity-ass William Shatner-worshipping, maple leaf ball-tickling piece of milky-licking cornboy crap. Stupid freak show. I just want to say, you damn break. Anyway, I'm going to move on to another subject matter. This morning, hot off the wire, right after I scheduled this show, LA Times reported that supposedly this, whatever method they're using now to plug this oil spill, you know, this oil spill or oil leak, whatever the hell you want to call it in the Gulf, you know, and the lack of response by the administration. Now, do I feel that the administration should have done anything? I don't believe so. I mean, I wasn't pissed off when, you know, the George Bush didn't do anything when Katrina happened, because inevitably the bureaucratic system within the state and the local governments of New Orleans should have worked in conjunction, because they collect federal dollars for this type of crap. But their contingency plan was, you know, everybody go to the damn center, you know, everybody go to the damn, well, whatever the hell that football field's called, that football auditorium, whatever the hell you call it. But, folks, I thought this was an ample opportunity for Barack Hussein Obama and the liberal regime to prove to all the critics out there, like myself, who are against government, who think government does nothing but ruin everything, who thinks government is there to impede the progress of mankind. I think that this BP oil spill in the Gulf was a perfect opportunity for Barack Obama to use this as some sort of a propaganda ploy to win the hearts and minds of those moderates and, you know, those right of center who were looking at this disaster as the ecological disaster it was, but actually would have seen Barack Obama out there, you know, actually giving a crap, using executive power to do something. Now, I know that people are sitting here saying, oh, now you want Barack Obama to do something about the oil? Now you want him to do something? Hey, I thought you were all about private enterprise and all this crap, right? I know that's what you're saying. But inevitably, I thought, once again, given the fact that Barack Obama wants to, or not just him, but the liberal regime, wants to extend their government arm into our lives in every fashion you can imagine. They want to buy Wall Street with our tax dollars. They want to, how can I put it, federally mandate health insurance and then get in the health insurance industry. Okay? They want to, you know, government own the damn car industry. I mean, you know, can we get any more socialist, for heaven's sake? But, you know, since I'm such a critic of all this socialism, I thought that maybe, you know, old Barack Obama could have done something to prove those of us that have been critical of his overextended government arm and actually use his executive authority to do something. Now, what could he have done, right? People are like, oh, what could he have done? BP has the technology. They're the only ones that got the technology. Are you kidding me? I said this earlier today, or not earlier today, earlier this week on, you know, a couple of forum posts and a couple of chat rooms, all right? I got just completely angry that the complacency that the president was doing. Now, what could he have done? What could Barack Obama have done? Well, Saudi Arabia in the 90s actually had a similar situation, if not a little worse than this, in the Persian Gulf. And it was like over 800 million gallons of oil in the Persian Gulf. And guess what? They were able to rectify the problem. They were able to gather up at least 85% of the oil that was spilled within the Persian Gulf. You know? Yeah. So what am I saying? I said that instead of BP, pussyfooting around trying to put golf ball parts and tire parts or whatever the hell they were blasting the whole, putting a dome on it, whatever the hell they were trying to do, Obama could have said, you know what, you stupid British Petroleum limey fish and chip bastards, step aside. I'm going to call up Saudi Arabia, whose ass we kiss on a consistent basis, all right? Yeah, I'm going to go call them. And remember the last time Barack Obama was there, folks? Remember when King Abdullah gave him some bling? He actually put a 3-inch thick necklace around the president's neck, as if he was Little Flip or 50 Cent or some crap. He's like, yeah, you will have this and bling bling, Barack Obama, bling. I mean, could you get any more racist? But I mean, I'm assuming that was a show of friendship, when that stupid Abdullah idiot, threw the bling over Barack Obama's neck. I figured that's a sign of friendship or something. I'm sure, since Barack Obama has given our taxpaying dollars to everybody else, from the porno industry to Captain Morgan to Wall Street to the health insurance industry to the damn car industry, we're spending as hell as it is. Why couldn't he just give a little bit of coin to Saudi Arabia? They see green. They understand what economics is. To go in there and rectify this problem for us. They have experience in this type of nonsense, right? But no, he didn't even do that. He didn't do nothing. He did absolutely nothing until today. And what did he do today? He had a press conference. Oh, yeah, he had a press conference today. And he tried to, do a Ronald Reagan and take the blame himself that, the buck stops with him. But inevitably, before he admitted that it was his fault, he had to overemphasize that it was BP, it was George Bush, it was Republicans. He blamed bureaucracy. He blamed everybody in the book. Why did he do that? Well, I want to let everybody listen to a clip of old cue ball James Carville. And for those of you folks that don't know who James Carville is I guess a political staple within the Democratic Party. This was a man who basically got Bill Clinton elected being his political strategist. I mean, this is a man who's highly integrated with the liberal regime. This is a man who, helped Obama campaign. This is a man who belongs to this liberal regime. Well, this morning, here's James Carville on Good Morning America talking to George Stephanopoulos. And of course, I think we have somebody from the Bush administration also in the background there. But listen to James Carville on Barack Obama's response to the BP Gulf oil disaster. Now, keep in mind, James Carville is a highly integral factor within the Democratic regime, within the Democratic Party. You know what I'm saying? So, here's James Carville on Good Morning America. Can we roll the clip, please?
Let's bring in our political strategist. James Carville worked for Bill Clinton. Matthew Dowd, pollster for George W. Bush, also some Democrats as well. And James, let's begin with the oil spill. Last week, even though you're an ally of President Obama, you blasted the White House, said it was a lackadaisical response, that they were naive to be trusting BP, and you went on to say this is a disaster of the first magnitude. They've got to go to Plan B. Are we seeing Plan B now?
Man, I hope so, George, because the political stupidity of this is just unbelievable. Here you have a situation where you have some 11 hard-working people blown up as a result of corporate malfeasance and maybe criminal negligence, as a result of inept bureaucrats who were part of you could actually blame the previous administration for this. And the president doesn't get down here in the middle of this. This thing should be, his approval rating should be up 7 points right now if he'd have come down. And I have no idea of why they didn't seize this thing. I have no idea of why their attitude was so hands-offy here. It's just unbelievable.
Well,
now I hope he sees it now, because this is very seldom you get something that's really good politics and really the right thing to do.
Well,
and that is to get involved here.
The president is going down on Friday. He's announcing these tighter new regulations on Thursday. Matthew Dowd, you lived through Katrina with President Bush. What we are seeing now with President Obama for the first time on this issue, a majority disapprove of how he's handling it. But do you see this posing a Katrina-like threat, political threat to President Obama?
Well, I think this incident that happened, this obviously environmental disaster happened, is another example to the American public that they can't trust big corporations and they can't trust big government to protect them. And I think ultimately it's going to be a real political problem. It hasn't affected his numbers yet, but James is right. In a disaster like this, his numbers should actually be going up, not just staying stagnant. And I think ultimately they're going to drop, because I think the country right now is so frustrated on a lot of things. This is just another example where they say, what is government doing and what can they do well? We have these disasters, and we're seem now to be on Plan G.
But let me ask both of you, what more can the president do here? He didn't. Go ahead.
George, the President of the United States could have come down here. He could have been involved with the families of these 11 people. He could have commandeered the things that we could have sent the Woods Hole people. We could have sent the Scripps people. That armed research vessels in the Gulf of Mexico. He could have demanded a plan in anticipation of this. You know, right? He can't exactly fill the hole up. The last night I was in Larry King with the CEO of the former CEO of Shell. They said they got 85% of the stuff cleaned up in the Gulf of Saudi Arabia. He could be commandeering tankers and making BP bring tankers in and clean this up. They could be deploying people to the coast right now. He could be with the Corps engineers and the Coast Guard with these people in Plaquemines Parish doing something about these regulations. These people are crying. They're begging for something down here, and it just looks like he's not involved in this. Man, you got to get down here and take control of this, put somebody in charge of this thing, and get this thing moving. We're about to die down here.
Okay, well, you've answered that question. Let me turn to Matthew Dowd on immigration. Another big political wave heading toward...
Did everybody hear that there? Yeah, I mean, there's Cue Ball Carville. I mean, going nuts, you know, begging the president. And let me tell you, Carville's a Democrat, so, he's, calling for bureaucratic, meddling into this nonsense. But I think he's got a very valid point, given the fact that these liberals claim that government is so much more better than everything else, better than communities, better than individuals, better than private industry. And lo and behold, this is it, And I know there's somebody in here named Miss Sylvia, a little bit freaked out at, all the nonsense that's going on in the chat room. Once again, my chat room's being hacked. It's being completely hacked, and of course, this should just go to show all you liberals. Remember, I'm doing this, I'm not paying anything to be on here. This is a free service. But as a result, this is what you get for free crap. You get crappy service. People are in here, hacking my name, hacking this and that, and they're actually trying to, make me look like a jagoff. Because, they know and I know I'm, pulling them out of the damn left-wing closet. And I think it's a disgrace that, Blog Talk Radio, fails to rectify the situation here in this chat room. But, once again, this is what you get for free, This is what you get for free. What you get for free here is... people who can hack chat rooms and make me look like a despicable, disgusting deviant because they can hack my chat room and flap their dirty Dorito-stained fingers on the keyboard, putting nothing but a bunch of filth and disgusting, disgraceful nonsense on the chat room here. There's nothing I can do about it. So if you folks, all right, are having a little bit of offense to all the garbage that's being, said in here, a lot of vile crap. Hey, I have no control over it, all right? I have no control over it. Please, forward that to Blog Talk Radio. All right? But anyway, you heard Cue Ball Carville there, man. I mean, he was livid. He was upset, but, once again, the president finally lifted a finger on this BP oil situation after over 30-some-odd days. And what did he do? He had a press conference. Well, he had a press conference. I tell you, that president, he's getting things done, huh? They're getting things done, aren't they? Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. But I don't think that this leak is plugged. I think that we're going to see a lot more oil come up. I sincerely hope that this little mud hole or this mud blast or whatever the hell they're trying to do here in the Gulf actually works. Me personally, I'm a little bit pessimistic. You know? A little bit pessimistic here. And for you folks that are tuning in with me, you're listening to the True Conservative Radio program. I am your host, the man they call Ghost, broadcasting live here from the Blog Talk Radio Network. And if you're listening to me live in the chat room and you're seeing a whole bunch of nonsense written in my name, disgusting sexual deviant filth, once again, the chat room is being hacked, and forward all your complaints to the Blog Talk Radio Network. Because they are allowing disgusting individuals like this to tamper with their assets, and it doesn't really seem like they give two rats' asses, you know. And once again, there are some people that are in the chat room that are saying, people are probably funded to agitate this show, and I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they're hacking it again. They're hacking it again here. I would not be surprised. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on here. We all know that the BP spill is, a disgrace to humanity and a disgrace to ecological disasters, if anything. It's horrible. And I don't know what the hell is going to happen, but, I thought this was a perfect opportunity for Barack Obama and the liberal regime to prove the critics of big government wrong, to show them that, look, big government's necessary. Look at what I did. BP Oil was sitting on their thumbs while I, the bureaucrat, king bureaucrat, was out here saying, hey, we're here to save the day. We're the super intelligentsia of the proletariat. Give me a break. Give me a damn break. Anyway, folks, we're going to take a few more callers here. Before we move on, I'd like for everybody to please add me to your Twitter following. It's the quickest and fastest way to figure out when I'm going to conduct another one of these broadcasts. All right? Ghost Politics is the name to follow. Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores. And I think I'm going to tell you ahead of time, this is probably the last time we're going to be doing the chat room thing with Blog Talk Radio. I thought we'd try it again, but of course, typical cheap, free nonsense. When you get anything for free, all right, when you get anything for free, this is the kind of garbage you get. This is what you get. 908, you there?
Hey, Ghost, you have like
get off your CB, you asshole, all right? Take the phone out of your colon pipe. 708, you there?
Yeah, Ghost, how are you?
What's going on?
Not too much. I'm very, very infuriated with the whole mess that's going on. My show, I'm a host out here as well. My name's Steve.
Okay.
And I've been covering this for 4 weeks. And you notice Cue Ball wasn't saying anything until 4 weeks after.
Well, it is true.
All political movement. He didn't do anything until this hit shore. And this was a big deal. 4 weeks ago on my show, Down the Rabbit Hole, we were discussing how bad this could be and where it's going to go. We need action now. Now politicians are going to jump on the bandwagon. They're going to jump all over it and say, hey, look at me. I'm screaming the loudest. This is all about political bullshit.
I agree.
It's horrendous.
But then again, you had to agree with some of the crap he was talking out of his face. The president just had a complete lackadaisical approach in regard to this, BP oil spill. Now, I'm not saying what he should have done, but just sitting there and just watching this come to shore and making it an ecological disaster. Having porpoises being washed up to shore. I mean, I'd rather see people dead than porpoises dead on the seashore there, you know?
It's an absolute nightmare. My thought was this: how could it not turn into something horrendous? How could it not become something so bad that our children's children's children will be affected by this? How could we not see that? We had oil shooting from the bottom of the ocean. My God, this was the perfect setup for the absolute worst catastrophe in American history, and it will go down as the worst catastrophe in American history.
I agree.
Barring nothing else. This is a tip. You could put mud in there all you want. If it were to stop right now, I pray to God that it would. It's not going to. But if it would, that'd be great. But you have an ecosystem there that's so gentle and so tender. And I know there's a lot of people in the chat room that hear those words. That's why I'm not in your chat room. I won't go there.
I'm sorry.
I stay away from it.
Let me tell you, we're
That's
going to have
not your fault.
we're going to have a new chat room, and hopefully the integrity of that is a little bit better. As a matter of fact, anybody who wants to be an administrator to this chat room, email me up ghostpolitics@yahoo.com because this is utterly ridiculous. But go ahead, sir.
Well, it comes down to this nightmare that how in God's name could you think that this wasn't going to happen? How could you turn a blind eye to an absolute fact?
And
an absolute fact that we knew that the crude was coming up, and you knew that BP was going to hide every fucking thing that they could. Did you know that pump had been in service for 10 years? It had been fined 18 times prior to this. 18 fines.
Unbelievable.
Yet still in production. They had 16 hours of warning that this was going to happen.
And you know what's really unfortunate about this is that during the time of 2008 campaign, when I was completely embarrassed when these Republicans were chanting this drill baby drill mantra. I was saying back then, you can look back in the archive, that I live right here by the Gulf. I mean, I'm in Texas, and the whole reason why we have humongous hurricanes, the size of the state of Alaska, coming through the Gulf is because of all the oil pumping that we've done. And, luckily we haven't had, well, I shouldn't say luckily because we've had a disaster of this proportion here, but just the oil pumping, and there's a whole bunch of rigs in the Gulf, just from the pumping that we have done, we've raised the temperature of the Gulf of Mexico several degrees, which provides energy to hurricanes in the process of hitting land.
Yeah, all of that is factual. All of that is part of this great man-made need for crude. And I'm as guilty as the next guy because I drive a truck, but I drive a 4-cylinder truck because I'm trying to conserve. I'm trying to go green, but we won't. We're Americans. We're as greedy. The world is greedy. And you know what's going to happen? The same hand that reaches out to buy that fucking, excuse my language, I'm just so angry about this entire situation. To buy that SUV is that same hand that shakes the hand of the politician that will drill that drill and make sure that it keeps pumping out the oil so they can keep driving. Thank God that the only thing that good that can come out of this ghost is the fact that people are now aware how bad it will be. This is the tip of the iceberg. When this starts to go around Florida, because it has to move, when a hurricane comes through and starts swooshing it all over the freaking place, people are going to realize that solar power, even nuclear power is being talked about being the only way to do this. You can't go into waters, go 5,000 feet below, unprecedented, never done before, and not know what to do when you have an emergency.
And what's unfortunate is that they're already in the Weather Service talking about one of the worst hurricane seasons ever.
Yes, absolutely.
And I am sincerely concerned about the probability of hurricanes the size that we haven't even anticipated nor are on the scale of measurement.
This will
because of this oil.
This will be catastrophically the biggest tragedy in our time. Everybody, and I will say this to the trolls that are out there right now. You know, there's a lot of times to joke around, but let me tell you what, if you're joking about this, what you're doing when you do grow up in a few years, when you get out of your pubescent stage, you will realize that your children and your grandchildren will be suffering because of this. And while you were being a little turd out on an internet show, screwing up a guy who's trying to give you some logic, that you could have been doing something right.
I
you should be
agree.
ashamed of yourself.
They should be. And you know what? This is why I was talking at the beginning of the program that we need some voter reform, because these people are voting. These people are voting, and the reason they're voting is because they're getting entitlements from one side or the other, and and this is just all out bribery.
I'm a host too. I know the whole game. I know exactly who these people are. I know them all. I've been through Debbie Daly's show, dealt with it there, the whole Bill Wagner nightmare, all that crap. What they try to do, and you know this, Ghost, as well as anybody, get a rise out of you. If they get you pissed off, they get a point. If they get on the air, they get 2. You know, it's all about.
And for what? I mean, what does that prove? I mean, when these guys are old.
This is about the world.
I mean, what's going to happen when these guys are old, you know, degenerate gas bags that, you know, should have used this academic prowess of, you know, learning how to hack chat rooms and, you know, hack computers and hack, you know, all these networks and all this other stuff. I mean, you know, when they realize that, you know, they should have taken it seriously and made a little coin out of it, what's going to happen when they're old prostitutes? I don't understand.
These aren't stupid people. These are not stupid people. You know, a troll has to be pretty intelligent to be able to hack something. You have to have some logic up there. You have to be able to say, okay, if I do this and this and go around this and this, you know, some of the brightest minds are in prison. These people learn.
What motivates, you know, these morons? I mean, I know that it's, you know, obviously a lack of parenting, and this is probably why they hack me so often, is because I'm probably hitting home with a lot of these kids. They probably were only raised by Mammy.
Well,
sorry,
there's a lot of ways it could be thought about.
I don't know.
But I can't waste my time with it. I raised my kids to the best I could. My kids are honor roll students. I'm very proud of them. And every day that I live for them, and I try to do the right things and represent my family in the right way, and show them that this is what a parent does. And I was a single dad for 6 years. I raised my kids and still made on.
Were you able to get the amount of entitlements, or I'm not sure if you did or not, but do you think that you would have got the same amount of entitlements as some of these, you know, single mothers that are out here mooching the system?
You know what I did? I went out and opened my company, and I busted my ass.
Yeah,
and,
good for
I
you,
own my
sir,
own
I'm
business.
telling you. We need more stories like you. Go ahead, sir.
Well, it's just, you know, you can't sit there, and these guys spend 12 hours, and I have a little bit of time at night, so I do my show periodically, not that much anymore because there's so much trash out here. Even though I'm a paying host, it doesn't matter. Even if you're a paying host, you get to screen them and maybe kick them out, but they'll still come back. But
if you're actually a paying host, do you have more control over your chat room as a paying host or something?
Yeah, you could boot every one of them out.
So you can have one, serious control. These morons, can't take control of the chat room and talk all this nonsense. I mean,
all you do is right-click on their name. You go right over to it. You kick them. Bye-bye. See ya. You're gone. They can't come back.
Yeah.
So if somebody grabs your name, like that dude grabbed your name, that dude or dudette grabs your name, and actually some people are coming in here don't know. They don't know if it's you or who it is. This is points for them. They're playing the point game. Little do they know that there's a catastrophic situation going down. And the biggest asset that they are right now to themselves that they believe is coming on an internet show and talking crap about somebody else, trying to be somebody else. Instead of saying, you know what can I do to help?
I hear you.
How can I get people together to say, all right, this is a huge issue. I don't want my kids to deal with this. I want my kids to actually see the marshlands. I want to go on vacations. Well, guess what? If you spend no time caring, think of our future. They're obviously not thinking about theirs right now.
No, of course they're not.
I fucked around when I was a kid. I screwed around. I played games, but you know what I never did? I never disrespected adults.
Oh, well, that goes out the window with these ass clowns. I mean, it's really unfortunate what has happened to our youth, and I think that's why they overemphasize my show, because I'm pulling them out of the closet here, man. I mean, it's getting way out of hand here.
You're your best bet, and I think that you're obviously a very intelligent man. I've listened to you multiple times. I do listen from the outside. I don't go into the chat room. And there's good reason for that, because it's very diversionary. It pulls you off topic.
Certainly. It
really,
does
you know that. You know that. And then they call in. One thing I won't do is I won't answer 000. If I do, as a paid host, I get to screen them first and let them think they're on the air. And once they start saying something, bye-bye, see ya. Hang up on them. And I tell them, you know what, if you're Skyping in, go get a real number. Because you can take that Skype number, you can go into your account, and you can put a real number to it. That way we can trade.
I hear you. I can't believe that this is America. This is the world here. This is the world. This is what's going to inherit the earth after we're gone.
Please don't say that.
Yeah. Unreal.
How scary is that thought?
It's unbelievably horrifying. I mean, I can't believe that these kids, I mean, if they want to be so rebellious, why don't they be rebellious in trying to save their country? Why don't they be rebellious by trying to, make people understand that, the reason that they're so smart to hack, the reason that they're so sophisticated in computers is because they actually took the initiative and learned something, but they don't even want to see it that way. They have no integrity for themselves, that they don't even want to, do what these illegal activities to do something for a point. I mean, they could, do some serious time for, some of this garbage that they're doing, and yet, what are they going to do? What are they going to spend time in prison for? For the lulz? For a barrel roll? I mean, it's pathetic.
And you know what? You do the right thing by not even listening to them. You got to hang up on them immediately. And I would say to you, my only recommendation is don't pick up the 000 or the 111. You know that it's a Skype, and if they truly had half a brain, I'm calling you on Skype right now, but you have a phone number. That way you could follow me. You could see where that phone number came from, because I'm legitimate. Do you know what I'm saying? And all it took me was about 3 minutes. Just tell them that, you know what, if you want to call into my show, go in your Skype account, add it to a phone number. And they can't add it to any, just any phone number. They have to add it to their cell phone. So that number that you see, yeah, and that may save you some headache, because you're trying to send a good message. You are a good host. There's no question about it. You're an educated man, and I'm sure they're loving hearing that stuff. Somebody saying nice things about you. I'm sure they're loving that, because they love to hate, and that's what they're doing.
It's obvious. I mean, it gets them off. It's disgusting. I mean, I can't believe that these individuals actually have the right to vote. But welcome to America.
Yeah, as we're watching a complete ecosystem getting washed down a toilet, just flushed. They're out here with every vile thing they could spit out.
Unreal.
As we're going to miss complete, I mean, there's going to be birds that we're going to miss a complete generation of. Turtles, a complete generation. Doesn't mean anything to these people. But the fact is, they're gone. They're not coming back. You're not going to see them in 100 years. It's going to take that long to bring it back. That's what the scientists are saying.
Unreal.
Listening.
Hey, what's your show name, by the way? You go ahead and plug the show.
I'm not going to plug it on here.
I don't blame you, man.
It's not worth the aggravation. I mean, even if I can screen them and drop them out, it's just, why bother? You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate the extension, though. But I'm on, once a week, and I enjoy what I do. And we've been talking about this for 4 weeks on my show, hoping to get some enlightenment. This was prior to anybody even really talking about it. And now that everybody is, I think we can kind of lay back on it and actually have some fun on the show a little bit. But, Earth first. Here's the thing. I believe this very, very strongly, Ghost. This is not about the United States. This is about the world. You know, everybody says, oh, it's about the USA, it's about the USA. And the fact is, this is about the world. If we don't take care of this, we're not taking care of the world. And guess what? We only have one.
Yeah, I agree, sir. And, you know, it's really unfortunate that we're living in a day and age where the youth, all right, the youth of America is more worried about watching Adam Lambert and the latest American Idol winner conduct themselves in complete fruity, potpourri, then instead of worrying about their country, instead of worrying about the world, because you're damn right. I mean, you know, it's far beyond America at this point. I mean, this is a world problem. I mean, it's international disorder, for heaven's sake. I mean, look at Greece. Look at Thailand. Look at Jamaica. Look at these assholes in North Korea. Look at the destabilization in South America. Look at the potential unrest in Portugal, in Spain, in Europe. It's international disorder. And why? Why do we have international disorder? Well, because these individuals out here just want to make no contribution whatsoever. They want to make absolutely no contribution, but just keep collecting those checks, huh? Oh, yeah, keep collecting those checks out of the taxpayer's dime. Meanwhile, these, dumb kids out here, like we got over 9,000 kids doing barrel rolls. They don't realize that they're the ones that are going to have to flip the bill once all these idiots are gone. You know? They're the ones that are going to have to pay for this crap with 80% tax rates. You know? I mean, this is it here. Stupid morons. And, speaking of barrel rolls and all these other dumbass little internet social networking crap, old dumbass Mark Zuckerberg, all right? Mark Zuckerberg is the creator and the CEO of Facebook, huh? Of Facebook, for heaven's sake. And he came out recently and finally, came out of his little hole somewhere, probably, living off the high hog, and said that, oh, you know what, you can own your image now, yeah? You can own your image, you can own your content now. I mean, for you folks that weren't around when I first criticized Facebook, this asshole actually tried to do, a switcheroo in the terms and conditions of Facebook, And what this idiot, dumbass Mark Zuckerberg tried to do was tried to own the content that you put on their website. That means if you put your little, oh, look, it's my picture. It's the picture of the time that I was at the party. Yeah, here's the picture when I flashed my boobies. Oh, here's the picture. All that content that you put on Facebook, old Mark Zuckerberg attempted to try to own that exclusively. He wanted to own your blogs. He wanted to own your posts. He wanted to own your pictures. He wanted to own your content, for heaven's sake. So what does that mean? Well, what if you said, well, I don't want to be a part of Facebook anymore. I'm just going to cancel my account. It doesn't matter. Zuckerberg, sometime, about this time last year, well, about February last year, 2009, I think, he tried to pull a fast one and say, even if you somehow try to delete your account with Facebook, that he's still going to own you. He's still going to own your image. He's still going to own your blogs, your comments, every single piece of content that you provide for Facebook. Now, can we get any more disgusting? I mean, how much does Mark Zuckerberg want, I mean, it's just a disgrace. And, here you got somebody trying to say, oh, it's business. He can do what he wants. Well, yeah, but You can't systematically own somebody's image. You can't own somebody's face. You just can't do that, you stupid morons. But you know what he tried to do? He tried to mess around with the terms of service so that, all the idiots that were on there would have to oblige by those terms of services of him and his company owning your face and owning your image. Mark freaking Zuckerberg. I mean, the idiot's already worth a couple of $1 billion, and he wants to own your image. So, just like the last time, I'm calling on everybody to cancel your Facebook accounts. All right? Cancel it up. It's a disgrace. It's pathetic. It's simplistic. It's ridiculous. What? You're going to give people content? You're going to make Facebook so popular that you make an asshole like Mark Zuckerberg, a billionaire, somebody who wants to own your face? Well, anyway, Mark Zuckerberg, he finally said that, hey, we don't own your face no more, all right? Everything's okay now. We're not going to do that no more, all right? So I'm just calling on everybody that's out there, please don't use Facebook anymore. Cancel your Facebook accounts. It's fruity. It's freaking fruity. I mean, just cancel it up. It's ridiculous. And let's take some money out of Zuckerberg's pocket in the process. I mean, since Mark wants to own everybody's face, all right, why don't we just go ahead and take some money out of his pocket by, just go ahead and, just canceling accounts? Stupid-ass Mark Zuckerberg, trying to save the face of Facebook. Trying to save the face of Facebook. Aww. Jesus Christ, I can't believe this crap. Huh? But this is America, isn't it? Huh? This is America where, the young are out here just, instead of being politically active and demanding their fair share of authority in the midst of this corporate socialist takeover, they just want to just sit around and, act like Makarov and, do a barrel roll, play with mud kips and all that other nonsense, right? They're completely okay with whacking their meat bags to Adam Lambert, doing gay bondage on the American Music Awards. I mean, all these assholes that are in here flapping their fat fingers on the keyboard, making fun of me and doing all this crap. These are the kind of people that go into your damn bathroom, take a humongous Mike Tyson turd, and don't flush. These are the type of people that would name their rock band, their alt-rock band, Michael J. Fox and the Shakes. That's what this is. This is America, isn't it, folks? I mean, this is America. I mean, can we ask for anything more from this depraved country, from this sick This is the entitlement America. This is the America where the loser reigns supreme. This is new loser America. How do you like it? Are you going to take it? Huh? Are you going to be a socialist? Welcome to America! people doing barrel rolls, collecting entitlements, making single-parent families the majority of the day. Welcome to America! Welcome to America! They're rotting to the core. We worship the stars, and yet we command no power. This is America, folks. The America that you created. The America that you wanted. The America that you were responsible for. The America that you helped create. I'm calling on the youth. It is your time now, youth. It's your time to demand for your authority, just like those leftists in the 70s. For the taxpayer's time to demand their authority over these entitlement pieces of garbage. I will stand and fight and die with the taxpayer and the youth. Because we're from shut it off. You know, folks, I just get so damn angry. You know what I'm saying, folks? I mean, I just try to calm down. I try to take deep breaths. I try to do the Zen yoga. I try to do all that Buddha crap. I try to, take medications. I try to do stuff to try to calm myself down because the world is in disorder. The world is in disorder, and the losers of the world have now taken control of this world. They are ruining civilization. They are ruining civilization for us all. We have been given the opportunity to live like kings, and they want to trade it in to live like peasants. And by God, I won't be a peasant! God damn! Don't you understand that, folks? Do you have any integrity? Do you have a soul? Do you not care about the future? Do you not care about this country that gave you everything that you got, you ungrateful piece of crap? Don't you understand that 200 years ago, you had to hunt for your food. You had to make your clothes. You had to build your house. You had to take care of yourself. You understand that? And now you ungrateful, gluttonous bastards. Now that modernity has made its way into the present day, you idiots want to be complacent. You idiots want to do nothing but sit on your asses and turn perfectly good food into shit. And you want to get paid to do it. You want to get paid to do it. I better calm down. I'm sorry. I better calm down, folks. I better calm down, folks. But it gets me angry. I mean, you don't understand how bad this just gets me angry. I mean, the anger just burns inside of me. It burns a hole in my stomach. I better take a quick break, folks. I better take a quick break. Oh, wait a minute. There's no time here. There's no time to make a quick break here. It's only 9 minutes left in the program. Before we start closing out the program, folks, I want to talk a little bit about this immigration law. That's in Arizona. This immigration law that's happening in Arizona, it's something that I really don't appreciate, because the bottom line is I want these immigrants out as much as anybody in this country, but to sit here and give some sort of super authority law enforcement to randomly pick anybody they want to and ask them for their papers somehow reminds me of Germany, late 30s, early 40s. All right? Now, let me explain what's happening in Arizona, folks. I know they're trying to disguise this Arizona state bill with immigration, but it says specifically in the bill that they are not going to racial profile. So what the hell does that mean? That means that they are passing something under the disguise of a so-called immigration bill, but they're not going to racially profile. So what does that mean? That means the state of Arizona is open for cops to just go up to anybody whatsoever, and ask them for their papers. You know? I mean, they have the authority just to stop you for no reason whatsoever. Remember, policemen have to have probable cause. They have to have probable cause, but under this new Arizona law, we don't have to have probable cause, or at least the law enforcement don't have to have any kind of laws or any kind of predetermined kind of influenced by, excuse me, folks, I'm having a hard time breathing here. They have to have probable cause, all right, folks? And I am against this damn immigration bill that's being disguised as immigration in Arizona, which does nothing but give law enforcement the super authority to just randomly go up to anybody and ask them for papers, and possibly jeopardizing all the potential taxation that police do upon us all every single day. All right? The bottom line is that these policemen don't serve and protect. They tax collect. All right? If they were serving and protecting, they'd be out there, kicking these damn armed robbers' asses. You know, they'd be out there, kicking these murderers' asses. Beating the living Jesus and throwing them in jail. These Woody Allen pedophiles, these damn pedophiles that are out here. We just need to get them off the street. We need to get all the dysfunctional people off the street, and they're not doing that. You want to know why? Because it's work. And police are bureaucrats. Police are damn bureaucrats, and they're not going to do any work. They're going to do the minimal amount as possible so that they can continue to justify their funding. And that's why I disagree, all right? That's why I disagree with this Arizona so-called immigration reform, because all it's doing is extending law enforcement into your lives that much more closer. That's all there is to it. Anyway, folks, we got about 5 minutes here left in the program. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And after the show, I'm thinking about going into the Pal Talk chat network and maybe chatting up a little bit in there. So if you want some after-the-show chat with yours truly, go ahead and look me up there. But I don't know when I'm going to have another show, folks. I do not know. The best way to figure out when I'm going to do so is, go ahead and add me to your following on Twitter, all right? Ghost Politics, all right? Ghost Politics is the name to follow, all right? Yeah, I will be on Pal Talk, and I will be under the screen name OG_Ghost, just in case you barrel rollers or anybody wants to follow me and have a nice chat. Maybe we'll chat about some nice things. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Please add me to your following on Twitter, Ghost Politics. At the same time, please add my blog to your favorites, bookmarks. All right? What is it? ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. All right? People are asking me, is it Original Gangster? Is it Original Gangster? Yeah, that's what it is, pal. All right? Original Gangster Ghost. That's what it means. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah, I'm a gangster. Oh, yeah. They're calling me a gangster now. Oh, here we go. You don't want none of ghosts, baby. You don't want none of ghosts, baby. Yeah. Well, look who it is. It's the man they call Ghost. The ghost with the most, and I don't mean to brag or boast. I know people are talking about shit to me, and they're treating me like I just shot a Kennedy. But let me break it off the mic. I'm ripping it up like a fat, greasy bull dyke. I'm telling everybody to get political, please, and don't sit over there eating the government cheese. Man, it's your boy Ghost said, don't be sitting there being a welfare head. I almost messed up on that lyric, but who cares, while you're sitting there in your underwear. Damn, I'm the man, like I said before. I'll kick everybody's ass out the door. Man. All right, that's enough. Shut it off. Yeah, I'm a gangster, all right, there you go. Anyway, folks, once again, thank you very much for tuning in with me. Add me to your following on Twitter, Ghost Politics. And at the same time, folks, don't forget to add to your bookmarks and to your favorites, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is a call for the taxpayer and the youth of America. All right, it's time for you to stand up and demand for your fair share of authority in this systematic destruction and transition into corporate socialism. And the reason I'm calling on the youth and the reason I'm calling on the taxpayer is because we are the ones bearing the burden for all the destruction that these power-hungry autocrats that are in Washington are doing to us. All right, that's the bottom line. And the youth especially, if you take a look back at your parents or your grandparents, whoever the hell it may be, take a look back to 1969 and take a look at the youth at that time and take a look at what they were willing to do for leftism. Look at what they were willing to do for Mao Zedong, for Che Guevara. And it's time for you to do something, but not for leftism. We've already seen that leftism is a failure. It's time for you to stand up for capitalism. It's time for you to stand up for America. And like I've said before, you give me capitalism or give me death. I refuse to sit here and accept socialism, communism, or any hybrid of the sort. I want capitalism, damn it, and stop sitting here sending my tax dollars to assholes that are going to do nothing but wipe their derriere with it and then ask for seconds. Anyway, there's 50 seconds left, and all these people that are in here talking garbage to me, you people are red-headed, four-eyed, freckle-faced, beaten stepchildren with a hot dog up your ass looking, chicken-eating corn boy having, bondage mask on your face looking, wish you had a clue having, piece of nipple clamp loving, butt plug up the ass looking, fruity-ass piece of crap. Anyway, folks, I'm out of here. Follow me. And by the way, ghostpolitics@yahoo.com. Ghostpolitics@yahoo.com is the official email address. And follow me on Twitter, ghostpolitics. Thank you very much for tuning in with me, folks. Long live the true conservative movement, and death to feminism, and death to the welfare state.
A Napa guy knows not to judge a man by his car's multicolored paint job or absence of modern gadgetry. Who cares if it's technically old enough to vote and the windows are powered by the strength of your left arm? Your monthly payment is zero, and it'll stay that way. Because with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. She may not be pretty, but she's all yours. That's Napa know-how.